One investigation that I found really useful for people is to simply observe what you think about. And it can be very instructive if you take maybe even just 10 minutes and really look at what am I thinking. You find that the mind is filled with all kinds of mental chatter about what isn't right and what should I be doing and am I doing this okay? What is he doing? And the mind is filled with this kind of, I would call it useless mental chatter. And it's really instructive to see that that's how the mind works, because when we buy into that kind of mental chatter and we let it be this powerful force in our lives, it's part of why we're unhappy. So the understanding that these are the thoughts that are going through our minds brings us to the question, well, what do we do about it? Do I stop the mind? Do I try to change the mind? What do I do with it? And I know people have a misconception that to be at peace, you need to stop thoughts. And that's absolutely not the case. There's no needing to stop anything, to get rid of anything, even to change anything. The only thing that needs to happen is a very simple shift in perspective, where you move your attention from thinking these thoughts and making them your reality to simply stepping back and grounding yourself in presence and allowing the thoughts to be there or not be there, depending on whatever they feel like doing. So it's releasing your attention from the thoughts, which allows them to simply be there or not be there. They arrive, they disappear. So there's a tremendous amount of freedom that comes with realizing that you don't have to rely on your thoughts. And I can share an experience that I had where this really hit home for me, where it was a beautiful summer day and I was lying out on a lounge chair enjoying the sun, and I was observing that I was thinking, and I felt my body completely contract. And then I went to this place of relaxing away from thought, and I felt the relaxation in my body. And then I started experimenting with it, like thinking a lot of thoughts, and I would again feel that tension coming back. And then releasing my attention to just simply being aware and not really thinking about anything. And I felt the relaxation. And then I began looking at every single thought. So it was a very kind of fiery practice of really looking at these thoughts. What are these things and how are they controlling my life? And I came to the conclusion that not one single one of these thoughts was helpful. That there are some thoughts that come that tell you how to get from point A to point B, or how to brush your teeth, or follow a recipe and make a pie. These are not sticky thoughts. But all of the thoughts that stick, that make us feel that we have a sense of our separate selves, that we buy into them and think that we're not good enough, or that something's wrong with us, or that we need to be better in some way, none of these thoughts are useful, and none of them are absolutely true. And it is possible to simply see them as that and pay no more attention to them. And with that comes a great deal of peace, when we can rest simply in the awareness that thoughts arise in, without in any way buying into the content of them.